Good day, Portage, Indiana. In an effort to be open and transparent with the events and happenings within your city, today's city address will focus on just that. We will discuss the final update from a visit from the New York Times. We will also discuss a collaboration with County Line Road and our upcoming renewal of the city's IT contract. I also have an update with our police and fire departments. And lastly, an update from a meeting with NERPC and a community watch update. We will end today's city address with a quotation from a very inspirational person. But over the weekend, our nation was plagued with yet another active shooter situation in two of our nation's great cities. Our condolences go out to those affected. Unfortunately, emergency situations are all too common. Already in the works, the past few weeks, I received an update from police and fire. They're working on a unique rescue team consolidation effort. While the details are not all public, our police and fire department are on track to have the equipment and the protection needed to handle an active emergency situation. Speaking of our police department, you may know our police department has had vacancies and has had them for quite some time. On Tuesday, I swore in 2 new officers. They will be on the road after completing requirements at the police academy. In addition to those 2 individuals, another 2 more are in the pipeline. And last week, I met with Mitch Smith from the New York Times. He is interviewing folks along the shores of Lake Michigan in his effort to head up an investigative story regarding Lake Michigan's record high water levels. After speaking with him last week, he continued on into the state of Michigan. I met with a prominent figure in the IT, informational technology arena, for advice on the City of Portage's IT contract. This person has worked at 3 different companies in Northwest Indiana as an IT director. One of the companies is publicly held and traded. The City of Portage thanks him for his advice, ongoing assistance as our contract comes up for renewal. Also this week, I met with officials from the City of Lake Station. Together, we came up with a mutual agreement of understanding to pave County Line Road from just south of the Moose Lodge to north to Central Avenue. To be clear, paving County Line Road isn't Portage's responsibility, but my administration believes that all cities and towns should help its neighbors where needed. Wednesday, I and our city project manager had our meeting at the Northern Indiana Regional Planning Commission, also known as NERPC. Together, we tried hard to get money for the Willow Creek Road Overpass Viaduct. Our city was granted money, but instead it is for the 1-lane Samuelson Road Railroad Bridge project, which, if approved by the railroad, will happen in 2022. Communities aren't communities without residents that keep a watchful eye. Last week, I met with a resident, Mrs. Lopez. She is the unofficial watch person for her neighborhood. In the recent past, she has brought several important issues to the city's attention. An unattended home that was being used for kids to party in, the need for a stop sign, the need for a street lamp over a neighborhood intersection. I meet with residents on a weekly basis. Concerns like this are often brought to my attention after asking. But how much better would Portage's quality of life be if folks reported this before the mayor came knocking at their door, asking if there's anything he needs to do or know about their neighborhood? Under a Mayor Cannon's administration, I am asking all residents, when you see something, when you need something, you call City Hall, and we will haul. The city's 2020 budget is underway. Councilperson Scott Williams and our RDC Administrator Colin Highlands and I are working on it together. I've said it before and I'll say it again. The budget process here in our city is broken. The process needs fixing, and so does the budget. Our goal is to get the budget as close to perfect as possible. I personally set a deadline for June 1st to submit my budget. That was impossible for me to do, and to meet that deadline. Our city's budget process was more broken than I previously thought. After 30 years of service to the city of Portage, Butch Rigdon has retired. We wish him well, and thank you, sir, for all your service. In our last update together, both fire and police departments have gave me an update on their efforts to work with the U.S. Navy for October's visit and commissioning of the USS Indianapolis. I will keep you posted as we get more information. When giving these short city addresses, I like to end with a motivational or an inspirational quote. I recently stumbled upon a wise quote from an author whose name I didn't recognize. His name is Matty Steptic, short for Matthew. As it turns out, the author of this quote was a poet, a motivational speaker. He passed away in the year 2004, and he was born in the year 1990. Yes, he was only 13 years old when he passed away. We should all take a lesson from the wisdom of this young man's words. Quote, "Unity is strength. When there is teamwork and collaboration, wonderful things can be achieved." Thank you for listening. Have a great week, and I'll see you soon.